Thanks for joining us. I have just a couple things I'd like to go over before we start the photo services presentation. First of all, my name's Tammy Golden. For those of you who don't know me, glad to be with you all today. First thing I want to let you know about is this background that I have. We have these available for all the departments our graphics team put together by request of some of the patients groups throughout the state. So I just want to make sure that you all are aware that these are available for anybody to use. You can get them off the TN site, and they're in your toolkit. So if you haven't been there before, under Team TN, there's a section on branding. And when you click on branding, you go to the print section, and the toolkits are right there. You look for your department, and once you find your department, click on the templates, and it'll take just a minute because it downloads all the toolkits. You know, it's got the PowerPoint and all the different things that you can use with the Tennessee branding. And you'll find when you do that these work for WebEx or Zoom. There's a red, a white, a blue. The white is a little bit, if you've got a lot going on in your background, sometimes it's a little bit more transparent. So it's better if you've got a pretty plain background already, but they're great to use, especially if you're doing some kind of like a panel or presentation or something where you don't necessarily want the background of your room to show. So just wanted y'all to know that those are out there and available to use. And I see your question, Mary, that's on Team TN. You go under the branding section, and under the print standards, it's the toolkit. If anybody, if you don't get all that, just email me, Tammy Golden, and I'll be happy to send you out the link or talk to one of our designers. We'll make sure you get taken care of. Can everybody hear me okay? I see somebody says they've lost audio. Can everybody else hear me? Don, Randall, can y'all? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Right, great, thank you. Also wanted to let everybody know this year our photo contest. We've done that every year now for probably 10 years or so, and done different versions of product that we make with your great photographs that you send us. This year we're doing a book, kind of a memory book, because this year's just been so crazy. So it's called Tennessee Together, and we're encouraging people to send in photos, you know, between the tornadoes and the pandemic and everything that's happened in 2020, photos that really show that how Tennessee's come together in a difficult year. So if you have photos like that, we'd love for you to submit them. The deadline for that is October 9th. So get those photos to us as soon as you can. We've sent out several emails on that, so you're probably on the list and have seen that. But again, if not, you can contact us and we'll get you the information of how to submit those. We talked about that through this time where we're all kind of working remotely, based on your feedback, we've decided to do the Customer Connect sessions sort of short, focused, knowledge burst kind of information, and do them more frequently. So we actually have another one coming up next week, but that's kind of the format that seems to be working well for everyone. So again, we're glad that so many of you are able to join us. Today, we'll probably be in and out of here within 30 minutes total. And we've got basically a video that we're going to show you, and then we'll have time at the end for question and answer. Just a little housekeeping. I think Austin's probably taking care of turning off everybody's video, especially because we're going to show this video. We want to make sure we have plenty of bandwidth on this WebEx, and with so many people joining, it helps if you're not presenting, then just please go ahead and turn your video off. And also stay muted, of course, to keep the background noise down. I do encourage you, if you have any questions, especially as the video is playing, if you think of any questions that you have about what you're seeing on the video or anything else, put that in the chat box, and we'll address those at the end when the video is over. And with that, I'm going to introduce you to our team, tell you a little bit about them. We've got 4 people in our photo services section of Document Solutions. Pam Jackson is the office manager. I asked her at the beginning, I don't know if any of you saw that in the chat, when she started with the state. It was 1978 she started with the state and worked in different places within Document Solutions throughout that time, but and has left state government. She's back with us now on the 120-day program. But so some of you may remember her from, you know, years ago when she did customer service in the print group. We have 3 state photographers. Randall Spradlin is our newest member. He's been with us less than a year. Don Majors has been with us several years now, and Teresa Montgomery. Some of you may not know, but Western Kentucky and Bowling Green is one of the top photojournalism schools around, and we really try to seek out their students when we're hiring photographers because their program's so great. And I'm proud to say that all 3, Randall, Dawn, and Teresa, all have come out of that program, and they're extremely talented, talented photographers, and we're very lucky to have all 3 of them on our team. So just wanted you to know that. Teresa actually started with the state back early days of photo services, worked with us for a while, left for a while and came back. She'll tell you a little bit about that, but it just last year when she became our chief state photographer, first female chief state photographer in the state of Tennessee, and she's really to grow this team and make sure that they're giving you all the kind of services that you need in the state government. I think you'll find it really interesting. She's going to show this video. It's about 8 or 9 minutes long, so just relax. You're going to get to see some great shots that they've taken over the years and meet the team. So enjoy. Like I said, if you have questions while the video is going on, just type those into the chat and we'll get those to you. Also, for Tom or anybody else who's having audio problems, we're recording this so we can send it out to you later. So if you miss anything because of technology issues, we'll get that to you later. All right, Teresa, go for it.
Hi, I'm Teresa Montgomery, the Chief Photographer for the State of Tennessee. Welcome to Photographic Services.
Now tilt your head a little bit to the right. Now bring your chin up slightly.
Most of you may know us because you need an official portrait made, just like the one Dawn did a few minutes ago. What you may not know is that Photographic Services was created in 1980 by then Governor Lamar Alexander. He did this to help showcase all of Tennessee and what it had to offer. My first stint was during Homecoming 86 celebration. Back then we had a director of photography, a chief photographer, 3 staff photographers, 2 lab techs, 3 office folks, and we were hopping. The economy has changed our numbers, and technology advances have changed entirely the process that we use to work. What hasn't changed is our commitment to providing the highest quality photography so we can help you communicate your message to those you serve. Here's a look at our images through the years.
I'm Dawn Majors, State Photographer 2. Hopefully you have an idea by now of the scope of the work we can provide, but I would like to take a moment to tell you about one of my favorite areas, and that's long-term projects. I love this because it gives me the opportunity to feel like I'm a part of the bigger picture when I'm able to help clients facilitate the storytelling aspect to their clients. I had one such opportunity with the Department of Children's Services a while ago where I spent 3 months following a family going through the foster adoption program, making certain I was there on the most important days all the way up until the end where they had a celebration for their new daughter. I also spent a day with a young representative, now Senator Ramesh Akbari. She wanted me to follow her throughout a day on Capitol Hill. So I did like a little day in the life essay for her to share with her constituents and to share on her social media to promote to her constituents the things that she does for them on a daily basis. I've had the opportunity to do portrait essays for teens transitioning out of foster care. I've had the opportunity in the past to follow a family of farmers for a few weeks to tell a story in that capacity. So, with all of that being said, if you can think it, we can try to find a way to help you realize your visual goals. Now, up next is our newest team member, Randall Spradlin, to tell you all about our stock images.
Thanks, Dawn. As Dawn said, I'm Randall Spradlin, the State Photographer 1. Social media is becoming more and more relevant to reaching the citizens of Tennessee, and we at Photo Services are looking for ways to help fulfill those needs. We are in the process of changing photoservices.com to more of an iStock style website. There you will be able to easily select and request images at no cost from all across the state, plus stylized images shot specifically with social media in mind. If you see something you need cropped to a different size or to look, say, more Instagram-y, we can do that as well. And keep in mind, if you need something you don't see, please call us. We would love to shoot it for you. Better yet, send us a wish list of images you could use. We will do everything we can to produce those images and let you know when they're ready. Pam Jackson, our office manager, will take it from here.
Hi, I'm Pam Jackson, the office manager, and I do the one thing the photographers hate the most, paperwork. I do tons of other things too that enables them to focus on your needs. As you can see, we have a diverse group of people, and they love a great photo challenge. Thank you for watching, and we're anxious to see what your photo challenge will be.
Hi, I'm Teresa Montgomery, and thanks for watching our video. Hopefully you learned a little bit about us. One of the things that you may have a question about is how to make an assignment. And if you need to do that, it's not that hard. We have an online form that you can request a photographer, and we'd be happy to send that to you, that link to that form, if you will just send us an email to photo.services@tn.gov. And I'll be glad to chat with you for any projects you might have in mind, or any way we can help get your message across to all of Tennessee. The other thing is we have updated this link. So if by chance you've bookmarked it in the past, you might want to toss that one and just get the new one. That way the information will go to all the folks who need to help you out. And lastly, from us, since the pandemic, we, like all of you, are working from home as much as possible. So if you should make an assignment or request a photographer or need to come in for a portrait, all we ask is that if you need to cancel or reschedule or whatever, that you give us as much notice as you can, but 24 hours would really help us. That way we don't make a trip into the office and, risks, exposure unnecessarily. So just give us a call. We'd be glad to help you, be glad to chat with you with any project you might have. And I guess, Tammy, I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, thank you. Teresa, we've got several questions about the stock photo library.
Okay.
Our friend Elisa Kessler, and they're asking about the link as well as when it's going to be available. Elisa even said she's happy to help test it while you're getting it ready. So can you just give a little bit more information about that?
Sure. It's actually the same link that we have used in the past, tnphotoservices.com. It's pretty much has still right now most of the same images that we've always had. We're just reworking the interface so to make it easier for people to find things. We are always adding more images as we shoot them. So that happens on not a regular basis, just whenever we've been on an assignment or whatever. But if you go to that site and you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. We'd be glad to lead you in the direction or point you in the direction of where you might find what you need. And it is set up so you would need to create an account so you can have access to a Lightbox. And that will allow you to gather all your images and then make your selections. And within the program, you can send us an email to let us know when you're ready, and we will send you the images. We have that set up that way on purpose so we can control the images because they are only for state use. So we just want to make sure that, it's a state employee who's working on a project and not somebody out there looking to make postcards out of our images, because we have had that happen in the past. So I hope that helps. If anyone has any other questions,
A couple questions about Teresa, about how they can request certain shots. If there's certain shots that they would like added to the library. Randall kind of mentioned in his thing that if they have requests, they should make them. And Tom is inviting you to East Tennessee because
I see that. Well, we have been to East Tennessee many times, and it's our failure, if you will, for not getting all those images posted. If you, there are some up there, and I'd be glad to help you locate them. Tom, I'll try to get with you after this and help you out. But so the best thing to do if you've got a wish list or whatever would be just to shoot us an email at photo.services@tn.gov. That way everyone on staff gets it so it doesn't get lost in the all the mess. But we can work with you if you have specific things you want, or if you're just looking for general shots. We can point you in those directions, and we'll be glad to help you out.
We've got a couple more questions, Teresa, but I want you to tell a couple a story or two first about that. Had such an exciting career, and I know there's a lot of days where you're doing the grip and grins or whatever, but you also get the chance to do some pretty cool things that I thought it might be fun for everybody to hear about some of those opportunities.
Sure. Having been with the state now for over 19 years, I've gotten to do a lot of different things. Most recently, probably the most high profile was photograph President Trump's visit during when he toured the tornado damage back in the spring. But as far as crazy fun things, I went on a tourism shoot several years ago, and I was going to be there for a day and a half, and we were traveling all over East Tennessee, or the Gatlinburg area rather. And right after lunch on the first day, we went to a zip line company, and they had not told me that we were going to go on a zip. I am terrified of falling, and I do okay with heights, but the falling part So it was their intent to put me in a harness and send me running through these zip lines to do photos. And let me just tell you, that was quite the experience. I managed to get some shots, but ended up having to have assistance getting back down to earth because at some point I was like, I can't do any more of this. I've got to get down. But so there are shots of me, zip lining through just because they thought it was quite funny to make a photographer do things that they were scared to death to do. But I have hung out of helicopters and cherry pickers and up on crazy platforms and done all sorts of things like that that test me on my little fears that I have. But we have gotten to do so many amazing things that just normally the average person wouldn't get to do. I've photographed Dolly. I can't tell you how many times I photographed her with governors, and it's quite comical to see how a governor of the state like Tennessee will just, pretty much melt into a pile when Dolly Parton walks into the room. Pretty much everyone else does too, but it's just funny to see someone like they all just start stumbling over themselves. Dawn got to photograph President Obama when he was here at McGavick. You want to share some of that, Dawn?
I can. I can share some of that. I hope you guys can hear me through my headphones. It was very interesting, but it's very typical of a situation like that. Lots of people, lots of security, Secret Service clearances, the whole nine. Pretty much anything that you would have had to have gone through as a journalist. So we're used. In fact, I don't know. Sometimes if someone hasn't been a journalist, there's a huge learning curve for actually getting access to those types of events. So sometimes people will call us and we'll be like, this is what you need to get for us in order for us to get clearance. So we have a wealth of information to share with folks about how to get the photos that they need. But it was an amazing experience photographing him. But the biggest experience that I think that was amazing for him, and this is something that was outside of the state, is I actually did get to hug then President Obama at one point. And so seeing him again at an event here just brought everything full circle. And I had a wonderful time. And I too have hung out of helicopters, been in crop duster planes. I've zip lined. I actually enjoyed it, Teresa. I found it exhilarating. I've been in the bucket of a bulldozer. I have, stood on the abutments of bridges, all kinds of things that probably are really stupid, but I've survived them all, and they've all been thrilling and wonderful experience.
That's awesome, Dawn. Thank you. You guys have done some cool things, and Randall, your time's coming. Just a couple things. I want to make sure we get the other questions that were chatted in, Teresa, that kind of go hand in hand, the two I've got here. They wanted to know, is there a fee for using photo services? And also, should they credit photo services when they use the pictures that you provide?
So there's no fee for using the stock images. They're here for state use. There's no fee for that. We'd love for you to credit the photos if you'd like. It's not a requirement, but if you want to put TN Photo Services on there, that'd be great, or Tennessee Photographic Services, whatever you have space for. We're happy with whatever you've got room for. We'll happily love to see that. The assignment part is a little different as far as cost goes. If you're executive branch, there is no charge for most things, and that's all sort of complicated. So if you've got any questions, please just contact us. We'll be glad to explain all of that to you rather than go into it now. But that's all the stock images are there for anyone as long as you're a state employee. It's a state project.
There's an see if they want you to zip line, right?
Yes,
No problem.
absolutely.
Another question that was sent to me privately, do you, like, if a agency is working on a project or marketing campaign or something that's more of a long-term project, at what point do they need to bring photo services in the loop and let you guys know what they're working on?
Preferably as soon as possible. We can help you. We've obviously been doing this for lots of years and have a lot of experience and knowledge about how photography works in projects. So please try to include us early on, as early as absolutely possible. We can maybe help save you some time, some money. And it gives us longer to work out logistics if they're a lot to be worked out, especially if it's something that involves travel or a certain season or arranging with other entities. We've in the past done teacher of the year for education and their candidates, and we traveled all over the state, and they would let us know in the summer who was nominated and that sort of thing. And we would have like a month to work out between our schedule and theirs and travel across the state. So it as much time as you can give us on the front end, I guarantee you your images will be better thought out, and your end product will have a better chance of getting the message across that you are trying to get across.
That is great, Teresa, and I think that concludes all of our questions. Thanks again for all of you that joined today. I hope you learned something about what photo services can do and about our great team that we have there, and I hope you'll use them. photo.services@tn.gov is the email address, which if you email that, then any of them will see it. Also, Austin just put up on here, this is the Tennessee Together I was talking about. I hope you'll send in your photos. You've got till October 9th. And also just want to leave you with our next Customer Connect is coming up next week on the 28th, next Monday. Those invitations will be going out in the next day or two. That one is about our online ordering system, which we are expanding. This particular Customer Connect is going to be geared toward especially those people in your agencies specific to that function. And we just appreciate y'all being here. The survey will also go out. So about this Customer Connect, on that survey, we'd love you to fill it out if you participated today, and let us know what subjects you want for the future. And we will try to make sure that we provide that for you. We appreciate all of our customers and thank you for being here today. Have a great day.
Thank you.